Exclusive! Journalist shares interesting new updates on the Tottenham takeover. Qatari money is coming to North London. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Dan Kilpatrick shares very interesting Tottenham takeover update. Daniel Levy staying at Tottenham Hotspur in the event of a successful takeover could spark further unrest among supporters, journalist Dan Kilpatrick has suggested. Reports last week claimed potential Qatari investors looking to buy Spurs may be open to allowing Levy to retain his role as executive chairman and offering him a new long-term contract. Kilpatrick has backed up these rumours, suggesting Levy wants to stay even if ENIC, which owns 86.91% of the club, becomes a minority shareholder, but admitted that any move to keep the 63-year-old in place could provoke a major backlash from fans. Tottenham supporters' discontent with Levy has been growing in recent weeks, with more than 1,000 people attending a protest against him before Sunday's win over Manchester United. Levy would like to remain at Spurs, even if a takeover is completed. Speaking on the Rule the Roost podcast, Kilpatrick revealed that Qatari investors are indeed interested in buying Spurs, while Levy is keen to retain his position under new ownership. There has been interest from Qatar, and I think it is fair to say that it's kind of well known and well talked about that Levy would kind of like to stay on in the event of ENIC becoming potentially a minority partner. You know, I haven't written that because I haven't kind of been able to double source it, but I don't mind saying it because it's been reported and yeah, it's been rumoured for a while. I mean, in terms of my take on that, I find it very, very interesting because I think Levy does feel like, I hesitate to say the word toxic because it might be a bit strong, but, you know, obviously there's a lot of unrest towards him by supporters. So it's almost hard to imagine that a company would buy Spurs and then say, we want to keep this guy who's a kind of lightning rod for frustrations in place. A report from The Guardian last week claimed that prospective Tottenham buyers would be keen to retain Levy's expertise if they complete a takeover, which could be structured as a phased buyout. While the identity of the bidders remains unclear, it has been suggested they are private individuals rather than a government-backed group, similar to the one that attempted to buy Manchester United 2 years ago. Concerns have also been growing over manager Ange Postecoglou's future, though the Australian is expected to see out the season before any decision is made. Former Tottenham scout Mick Brown has warned the Lilywhites that their pursuit of Tyler Dibling may not be straightforward, as one of their London rivals is now ready to enter the race for the player. The speculation linking Tyler Dibling with a move to Tottenham refuses to go away, with the North London side thought to have the teenager near the top of their summer wish list. Earlier this week, it was claimed that Spurs are expected to go back in for Dibling after failing with an approach for the Southampton man during the January window. Tottenham were reportedly put off by Southampton's demands of £55 million for the winger in January, and they are hoping to sign him for a discounted fee in the summer if Ivan Juric's men go down. Spurs expected to face competition from Crystal Palace. A couple of days ago, it was revealed that Aston Villa and RB Leipzig are also making advances towards Tyler Dibling, thus complicating Tottenham's transfer pursuit. Mick Brown has now claimed that Postecoglou's men are also expected to face competition from Crystal Palace, with the Saints Academy graduate said to be part of Oliver Glasner's transfer wish list. Brown told Football Insider, Dibling is one of the names on their radar. What Palace will do, and they've got a good record of doing it, is they will be keeping a close eye on the Championship and the young players in that division. So they're looking at players like Doak, Joe Bellingham, Chris Rigg, the best talents in the division, but they'll also be having a look at the relegated teams to see if there's anybody they can take. Every Premier League club does it. They look at the teams that go down and they identify players who they think can keep playing at this level. Dibling's certainty stands out as one of those after his performances this season. Palace have been looking at him, and I think they'll be in the mix with the likes of Tottenham, who we've spoken about before for his signature. They'll be more likely to be able to offer first-team football, which could be a big thing for them. It might be an ambitious move when you look at the interest in him, but I don't doubt Palace will be interested and will want to see if that deal is possible. Given that we have heard speculation for at least 5 or 6 months about Tottenham's interest in Dibling, It is possible that the club have already spoken to the winger's entourage and laid the groundwork for a summer deal. The winger looks destined to leave St Martin's at the end of the season, and Postecoglou should be able to persuade the youngster that a move to N17 would be the ideal platform for him to develop into a finished product. Real Betis midfielder Johnny Cardoso has been linked with a move to Tottenham Hotspur ahead of the summer transfer window. Tottenham Hotspur secured a first refusal option on Johnny Cardoso when they sold Giovanni Lo Celso to Real Betis. The Lilywhites have an option to sign Cardoso for a fee of around £20 million in the summer transfer window. It will be interesting to see if they take the option to sign the player in the summer. The 23-year-old midfielder was recently asked about a potential move to the Premier League, and he has remained quiet on the situation. He said to AS, "I don't think about it. It's in the hands of my father and my agent. I try to enjoy myself and to evolve. Things will happen if my performance in the team is good." It will be interesting to see if Tottenham come forward with an offer to sign in the summer. They could certainly use more quality and depth in the middle of the park, and the United States international would be a quality addition. For the reported valuation, he could prove to be a super investment. The American midfielder has proven his quality in La Liga, and he has the physical and technical attributes to do well in the Premier League as well. Spurs need more quality and depth in the middle of the park, and Johnny Cardoso will add some much-needed physicality to the side as well. The midfielder has established himself as an important player for La Liga club Real Betis, and he has a quality to develop into a key player for Tottenham as well. The North London club clearly have an advantage in the race to sign him, and they should make the most of the opportunity. Signing a player of his quality for £20 million would represent a major bargain in the long term. Tottenham will be hoping to fight for trophies in the coming season, and they will want to compete in the Champions League regularly. They need more depth and quality in the side. Spurs cannot pass on the opportunity to sign a proven performer like Cardoso in the summer. Exclusive. Crystal Palace among clubs eyeing £25 million Tottenham star. Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Yves Bissouma will be allowed to leave in the summer transfer window, and Give Me Sports sources have now confirmed that Olympique Marseille, Nice and Crystal Palace are all interested in securing his signature. Bissouma joined Tottenham in the summer of 2022 from Brighton for a fee of around £25 million. Injuries, suspensions and inconsistent form have limited his impact, preventing him from cementing a regular starting role under both Antonio Conte and current manager Ange Postecoglou. This campaign, the 28-year-old has started 12 games in the Premier League, playing a total of 1055 minutes. As Spurs look to rebuild in the summer transfer window, we could see Bissouma heading through the exit door ahead of the 2025-2026 season. Crystal Palace. Eyeing Bissouma in summer, Tottenham willing to sell. Give Me Sport recently reported that Tottenham would be willing to allow Bissouma to leave in the summer, with no indications that the capital club are preparing to hold discussions over a new contract. This has paved the way for a potential return to France, where he previously played for Lille before making his move to the Premier League in 2018. Give Me Sport sources have confirmed that the player is open to heading back to Ligue 1, a league where he first made a name for himself and developed into a highly rated prospect. Nice and Marseille, two of France's biggest clubs, are keen on exploring a deal for Bissouma. Remaining in the Premier League is also a possibility. Crystal Palace are monitoring the situation closely and are expected to make an inquiry, while other sides could yet move into the picture. Bissouma looks set to be heading through the exit doors in the summer, but it's unclear where he could be plying his trade. It will be interesting to see whether Spurs can make a profit on the midfielder after paying £25 million to prize him away from the Seagulls. That's it for today's update. If you liked the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.